I am so sore. Alright. Put the stream in the Turtle Wild stream channel. Give me 1 second. done.
Hello.
King's honor, friend. Light bless you. For the Alliance, what can I do for you?
Hey, what's up, Blaze?
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
So yeah, I finished my move yesterday, finally. Me and my wife went over to the old apartment last night, and it took me 3 hours to get the rest of the stuff out of there. Clean the apartment, take it all down 3 flights of stairs, put it in the truck, drive all the way back to this apartment, take it all back up 3 flights of stairs. And my feet hurt so bad this morning, I could barely walk. I was just like, I must have, I can't imagine how many steps I took. I wish I had like a wristband or something tracking the amount of steps I took in the last 3 days, because it would have been an insane amount. Or even it would be cool to track like how much weight I lifted, because I bet I lifted like thousands of pounds of shit the last couple of days. I'm too old to be doing that. PvP. Can't buff a PvP player. But the server is not as populated as it used to be. We're at 1,085. But we'll see. It's still early. why I'm running around on foot when I have a mount. I guess because I like it. Not that the mount's much faster, but it's a little bit faster. Doesn't feel like it though, but it is a little bit quicker than on foot. Well, the slow and steady is very slow. It takes a very long time to get this hardcore character's max level. Hey Victor, what's up? How's it going, man? It's gonna take a while to get this character to max level. Slow and steady. It's very slow. Yeah, thanks, Victor. I appreciate it, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm so sore from moving. You used to play in Turtle WoW? It's a good server. It's a good server. I think it's the best vanilla server, vanilla-like server that's out there right now. I wish more people played it. But I think the best population for Turtle WoW is around 3,000, because once Turtle WoW gets more than that, it seems like it gets a little laggy. The server doesn't seem to handle like a ton of people for some reason. So like 3,000. Right now we're at 1,100. It's 1,100 people on right now. Yeah, you should play here. Why miss it, man? Come on back and play. Never too late. You can always come back to Turtle WoW, baby. Used to play when they were hitting 1K max. Yeah, now they're like, I think they're around 2K max during the days. They were up to 3K, but then, Wrath pre-patch came out, and Dragonflight came out, and all these other games, Everlook came out. But I think people are going to be leaving Everlook pretty soon. Or at least a lot of the English-speaking people are going to be leaving Everlook, probably. Oh, yeah. You played it too much? I'm lucky that my wife lets me get away with playing a lot of WoW. At first, she used to really complain about it. But then I think she realized it was like my way to relax, and it was like for her watching TV or, you know, playing with the dog is her way to relax. My way is just playing WoW. You know, that's how I relax. That's how I take time away from work to chill. All right, so we've got one more pumpkin. One more is the pumpkin. Yeah. We moved from our old apartment to a new location. And so like the last 3 days I was pretty much moving. Like we had movers too, but we have a lot of stuff. I was surprised like man, how do we compile so much shit? But you know, we've been married for what, 3 years now? Actually, wait. 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. And but we seem to have amassed a lot of stuff. Because when we moved, we were like throwing stuff away left and right. We still had a lot of stuff to move. Oh, got 3 mobs. Let's do it.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
But last night was the final night of my move. You know, I had to go. I mean, we were moving from a 3rd-story apartment to a 3rd-story apartment. So I have gone up and down so many stairs in the last 3 days. I mean, my feet are so sore. Like this morning, like I got up and I could barely walk because my feet hurt so bad, and they kept cramping. You know, and my legs are sore. My back is sore. I had to like get up and take Advil. I couldn't even go to work today. Like to get up and like take a shower and get in the car and drive to work, I was just like, I can't do it, man. It's like everything hurts so bad. I laid in bed. I took 3 Advil, laid in bed for about an hour. Finally got up, kind of limped around the apartment. I mean, I literally was limping around the apartment. You know what I mean? And I was dude, I'm 52 years old, man. You know, I used to be in great shape. I used to be a big athlete when I was younger, and but man, carrying heavy stuff up and down 3 flights of stairs about 1,000 times will make anybody. I'll tell you, it'll make what I did the last 3 days would make anybody sore. Anybody who did what I did the last 3 days would be really sore. There's no doubt about it, man. Yeah, man, I'm 52. I don't sound like it. I don't look like it. I don't act like it, but I am. It's one of those weird things, man. Yeah, thanks. People always say that. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't really look 52. I probably look like I'm in my 40s. I certainly don't act 52. But yeah, my body isn't, you know, I'm not as young as I used to be, you know, like, so I'm so sore. My back hurts. I took like a hot bath last night. I'll probably take another hot bath today. Thank God it's this time of year in Florida where it's getting cooler, you know, it's not so hot. Like if I had done all that in like the middle of summer, I would have died, you know, like what's the temperature right now? I don't know. I am now in Clearwater. Let's go. I moved from St. Petersburg, Florida to Clearwater, Florida. It's currently 62 degrees, so it feels, you know, Fahrenheit. So my goodness, it feels good. All right, I think we got to talk to this dude over here. I believe I can fly. Yeah, this guy right here. And oh, I screwed up. I'm supposed to talk to him first.
Good day to you. Travel.
I'm supposed to talk to this guy first because he wants me to go kill the gnolls that I just spent the last 10 minutes killing. That's all right. We can go kill some more gnolls. It won't take long. Who's Terry Palin? I thought that was Terry Palin. Is that not Terry Palin? Guess not. Okay. But yeah, this slow and steady, man, like, it's gonna take a while to get to 60 on this character. Yeah, another. I see so many people. I see so many people flagged PvP. I'm surprised I haven't seen more people, gank it. There used to always be like people running around, like ordering around, killing all the low level flagged people, but I haven't seen them as much lately. Thank you, Victor. It'll be a long journey. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so sore. It hurts to move. My hands hurt too. I mean, even my hands hurt. My wife asked me this morning, she goes, what on you is sore? And I said, the better question is, what on me isn't sore? And I was like, my back hurts, my hands hurt, my arms hurt, my shoulders hurt, feet hurt, my leg hurts, my butt hurts. I mean, like, everything hurts. The only, what, my stomach doesn't hurt. I was like, well, my stomach doesn't hurt. What the hell? So...
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Forgot about that.
Farewell.
Punisher, nice. Nice upgrade.
I supply only the finest goods.
I am Patrick. I did play on Everlook. I played on Everlook, but the problem with Everlook was I'd say 60% of the population of Everlook is Chinese players. So every time I run around the world in Everlook, all I see is I kept grouping with players that couldn't speak English. So that was one of the biggest problems with Everlook. The other big problem with Everlook is the administrators of Everlook, White Kitty, those people. I just don't really care for how they're managing things. I mean, they drove away Wall. They drove away a couple people. Wall was a pretty big developer, on Everlook, and just the fact that he was banning people for, botting and stuff, and then he got in trouble. They were like giving him a hard time about it, and just the Endgore issue, like banning people for just basically playing the game the way they wanted to. It's just kind of. I just didn't really care for how they were running it. Plus, the thing is, it's vanilla. It's just straight up vanilla, and I've played straight up vanilla, like for the past, ever since I don't know. I've played it for a long time. I played straight up vanilla for probably about 6 years. And so I'm just kind of tired of just regular old vanilla WoW. And what's great about Turtle WoW is it's so much different. I mean, there's so much custom stuff in Turtle WoW. Okay, so Turtle WoW has, obviously 2 new player races, additional race class combinations. They got new factions quests, new locations. They got new raids and dungeons. Check this out. And I haven't even done these yet. They've got Hateforge Quarry, new dungeon. They've got Caverns of Time. They have Corazon Crypt, Stormwind Vault. These are all new dungeons. Crescent Grove. There's the world boss, Astarius of Aldum, that's in the world. There's 2 world bosses that are new. There's cross-faction play, so basically you can actually group with the Horde on the server to do quests and stuff. There are many new rare bosses lurking in 40-plus zones designed for 5 to 10-man player parties. And of course, there's all the other regular stuff with different talent system. You've got different talent system. You've got hardcore mode challenge, slow and steady mode, war mode, which just gives you more experience for turning your PvP flag on all the time. There's new zones on the map, which is awesome. Like some of the new zones on the map in Turtle WoW are just really, really good. Like my favorite one is this one right here, Whispering Forest, Glenshire, and Steep Cliff Port. This is my favorite experience on a vanilla-like server of all time. I just love this zone so much. I think it's so cool. And then, of course, you have the Wetlands, Dun Agroth, and Hawk's Vigil. You have all these additional quests. And basically every quest hub will have some new Turtle WoW quests. There's over like 500, I think, maybe more. 500 or 700 new quests that are custom Turtle WoW quests. And they do a good job with the lore, too. The quests they're not just like crappy quests. I mean, they're really well written. So, yeah, there's just tons of stuff. And the people in Turtle WoW, I think, are generally nicer than the people you're going to get on Everlook. And because, Everlook is a PvP server, you're going to get a lot of people that want to just get on there and gank and do world PvP. And I don't have a problem with world PvP. But it does attract sometimes a different audience that can't always be like, maybe isn't always a positive audience. You can get some pretty toxic people. Currently, I'm doing the slow and steady hardcore exhaustion challenge. 3 different challenges basically. My leveling speed is 0.5, so it's half. It's twice as slow or half as fast, however you want to put it. If I got 100 experience normally, I'm only getting 50 in this mode for killing mobs, and I'm doing hardcore obviously. So if my character dies, I cannot resurrect my character. And hardcore on this server means you can only group with other hardcore players, and they have to be within, I think, 5 levels of you, which is a little different. Like when I played the hardcore mode that Cargos and those guys kind of made popular, you couldn't group with anybody in that. You couldn't even group with hardcore players, except for doing dungeons. You can only group with that. You can only do that each dungeon once. Like if I wanted to do Dead Mines as a hardcore player, and in that mode, I could only do it. I could only do the dungeon once, and everybody in the group had to be, a hardcore player. Anyways, yeah, I love Turtle WoW. I think Turtle WoW is a great server, man. Hey, what's up, Alex? I think Turtle WoW is the best vanilla-like server there is. I really do. And, Wall seems like a nice guy, but it just seems like Wall's trying to basically, like, You know, looking at the post he put on his I don't know if it was on his own Wallcraft or where it was that I read it, but basically he's like trying to create his own server, but he's also implementing like the same, almost the exact same challenges that Turtle WoW has. I felt like, wow, you're just copying Turtle WoW, you know? But I mean, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Wallcraft. I don't have high hopes for Wallcraft, but because I just feel like he changes things too much, like too often. I don't think he'll create like a set baseline for Wallcraft and just say this is the way the server's going to be and not change it. I think he's going to constantly be tweaking it and fucking with it, and players are going to come in and say, well, I don't like this, and he's going to change it. And, you know, that can be good, but that can also be bad. I mean, nobody really likes a moving target. I think people, there's something to be said for consistency. You know, and knowing what you're going to get into when you get into it. You know, and I think Wallcraft, to me, looks like it's just going to be a moving target too much. But we'll see. Hopefully hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it turns out to be a really good experience on his servers. And I wish him the best of luck, of course.
Hello.
UT.
See you around.
The lights. You can't assess yourself the go character? Shit. My whole thing is, you know, when I'm playing an MMO, I'm basically looking at the backside of a character, like the whole time pretty much. And I just don't want to look at some guy's ass, like 24/7. I'd rather look at a good-looking girl's ass or a good-looking girl when I'm playing than look at some douchebag guy. It's just the way it is, you know? And I think it's cool to feel like, you know, you're kicking ass as a woman as opposed to, you know, I'm not like I don't have like masculinity problems. I think a lot of men are insecure, and because they're insecure, they feel like they have to play this male character that's like stronger and more powerful than they actually are in real life, and somehow it strokes their ego and makes them feel more secure with themselves. And yeah, that's not me. I'm 100% secure with who I am. I don't need to. You know, like Asmongold's always like, I gotta play the big, strong warrior, big dick, and I'm just like, you know, dude, to me that just says that you're insecure. You know, you're insecure with who you are. That's the way I look at it. I mean, look at you, Asmongold. You look in the mirror, and you look like Asmongold looks like if I punched him, he'd just break into pieces. I bet you I could knock Asmongold out with like 20% power of my right hook. You know, just like I just take like a slow motion right hook, and it'd probably just flatten him. But yeah, no, yeah, it's just different views, yeah, different views. I mean, I play male characters sometimes. Like, it depends if they look cool. Like, there was a male character I created in Terra, which I thought looked badass. Let's see. I don't know this guy.
When you're practicing those bots.
Here I created a warrior in Terra that was a guy, and he was cool looking because he basically looked like a vampire or some shit. Check this guy out. You know, he's got this long white hair. He looked like something out of like a anime, right? So here's like a male character I created, but he looks like some sort of like freaking, you know, Final Fantasy character or something. So I do play him. I mean, of course, he's appropriately named the Lonely Noob. But I do play male characters sometimes. But they have to. Yeah, it comes down to, you know, can I make him look cool? You know what I mean? Can I make him look neat? You know, I think World of Warcraft male characters, especially on the Alliance side, just don't look very good. Like, male dwarves are really ugly. Male humans are really ugly. Male night elves are really ugly. You kind of get the theme I'm going with here. None of the male characters, I think, on the Alliance look very good in Vanilla WoW. Now, on the Horde side, I've played male undead and male Tauren, you know. When I play undead, I play female undead too, though, because the undead have the best, you know, casting animations. They have really good casting animations. Yeah. Oh my god, this mount is so slow. This mount's like, I think, what level am I? 14? This mount is 7% faster than if I was on foot. But because it's moving so slowly. It looks like I'm going slower than on foot, but I'm not. It actually is faster than on foot. Yeah, the orcs. Yeah, you know who I really like. You know who one of my favorite character models is the troll in retail. If you go to retail WoW and look at the female trolls, man, they are badass. Like, here, let's do one. Let's do one real quick, just to show you. Although, you know what? It's Tuesday. I bet the servers are down for maintenance. Live. Yeah, I bet the servers are down for maintenance right now, so yeah. It's always. But if you look at the female trolls in retail, they're actually really cool. Maybe their servers are up for 10 more minutes. Let's see. They might be up for 10 more minutes. I can't remember if they went down already. Yeah, I think they're up for 10 more minutes and then maintenance starts. So, I mean, look at this badass female. I mean, come on. You can't tell me this character doesn't look badass. This is a mage I was playing around with in retail, an arcane mage. But if you go and create a female troll, I mean, they give some really cool. Go with that one. They don't have the best hair, though. Not gonna lie, the hair is not knocking my socks off. But yeah, they're pretty cool looking, I think. What's the males look like? Males, eh. The markings on his face. Same thing. The female orcs they look a little better. They're still not. I think their chin's too big. I would like to have seen the female's chin not be so massive. Yeah, I think having the chin that large is just a little too masculine for the female version. Even though I understand it's an orc, I wouldn't have went that route. Anyways, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a flag. There's finally a high-level flagged horde. Normally you see some high-level flagged orcs, horde over here and killing all the low-level characters that are leveling with war mode on. Normally you see that a lot. Yeah, the graphic. I don't like the graphics style in retail either. I don't like the art style in retail is too cartoony. It's become way too cartoony for me. Yeah. All right, where am I headed? Go and repair our gear. Sell some stuff. Are we ready? Let's see where we go. What is this delicious pumpkin? I keep forgetting, like, what? I can never remember how to do this quest. Stonefield Farm. I can never remember how to do that stupid pumpkin quest. I don't know why. I just can't. Because it doesn't really... You're supposed to ask the... Okay, I guess we just ask her for one, maybe. I guess we'll give it a go. Yeah. Yeah, Warcraft 3 was pretty good. I really like. I mean, I like Guild. I think Guild Wars 2 has a pretty good art style, but I like the. I'm trying to think what's the best art style for an MMO. It's pretty tough. You know, you want it to look. I like stuff that looks a little bit realistic, like looks a little bit more realistic, but I also, you know, we want it to be not too realistic. I mean, I think Black Desert it looks pretty. You know, Black Desert has some pretty cool looking characters, but it can be maybe. Yeah, I mean, Black Desert looks awfully good. I'm not gonna lie. But I think if League of Legends ever comes out with their MMO, I think actually, you know what? I think a really great looking art style is Breath of the Wild. Like if you look at not Breath of the Wild, I'm sorry, Horizon Zero Dawn. Excuse me, Horizon Forbidden West. So I mean, this to me, like, this is a really nice. Oh, we can get to 20. This is a really nice art style. Um, you know, Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West. Both of these have a really good. I mean, look at the. You can see that the grass and the foliage is really well done. The character looks really nice. You know, I really like this. I think this is a really good art style for an MMO. And they're working on one, supposedly. Supposedly Sony's working with NCSoft to make a Horizon MMO, which I think if they do, I'll be... I mean, look how nice her hair looks, and you know, her armor looks really good. So yeah, I think this if I had to pick like one art style out of all the games right now that I could say I want my MMO to look the most like, I would probably say this game. I want my MMO to look the most like probably Horizon, you know, Forbidden West. Also, another one that's really good is New World. As far as like, you know, the biomes and like the environment art, New World looks fantastic. Like when I think New World looks even better. You know, grass is fine. Yeah, I mean, New World looks even better than Horizon. Like as far as like foliage, like grass and rocks, I think New World's even better looking. So I would have to say that I would even take New World over Horizon Dawn as far as like the environments. You know. Oh, I'm scratching my legs. I don't know if I got these mosquito bites or what. Oh my god. All right. I think I got, when I was moving, I must have got, because I was wearing shorts the whole time. I think I got bit by mosquitoes quite a bit. Anyways, yeah, I think, you know, New World looks fantastic. I would love to see an MMO that come out that looks kind of like New World, but obviously is a lot better than New World. We don't have any MMOs that are challenging, that are difficult. Like, can you name me one MMO that when you level from 1 to max level, it's difficult. It's hard to do. Like you die a lot. Mobs that you're killing during quests are actually challenging. I can't think of a single one. I think I can think of one actually. Believe it or not, I can think of one MMO that when you level, the mobs are actually challenging, and you guys are gonna laugh when I tell you which one it is. It's actually Neverwinter. You guys have ever played Neverwinter? Do I not have Elwyn Pumpkins? How many do I have? I got 7. I do not understand this quest. I've got the 7 pumpkins she wants, but apparently that's not good enough for her. Bring 1 delicious pumpkin pie too. This quest always confuses me. Oh yeah, Ragnarok Online? But isn't that like a top down? Isn't that like a art style like really old? Yeah, see, I can't play a game with art style that's that dated. I just can't play a game with an art style that's like that. I just can't do it, man. Can't do it. Can't do it, man. Actually, let's just go ahead and let's just go to Dark Shore, and we'll pick up questing there. Yeah, it's sprite graphics. Yeah.
Feel free to browse.
My sister. Good luck, friend. Greetings. What brings you here?
I am honored.
Hello. Till next we meet. Greetings. Good luck, friend.
Hello.
What can I get for you today? How are ya? Off with you. You got my attention.
Hello. Be careful.
Where's Terry Palin at? I wanted to finish this quest and I didn't. Oh, we need to take out Oak and Scowl. Take those quests out too.
Vishnu alarm. Farewell.
Let's do that. quest log is full.
Ishnu alarm. Be careful.
One thing you'll find out in Turtle WoW is that you end up with, you don't have the problem you have with regular vanilla WoW. There's always like quest drought in between, especially around like levels 20, 30, and 40. That does not happen in Turtle WoW. In Turtle WoW, you will always have plenty of quests to do, especially since you can even do great quests to even give it experience. So, when I'm doing, what do I feel when doing? What do you mean SMTH? Around here and doing all the quests you've already done many times before. Yeah, I just feel chill. I'm just chill. I just relax. I mean, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel like it's boring. I just feel like it's kind of just chill. Yeah, I guess the best way is just chilling. Something when you're doing something around. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, just chilling, relaxed. I mean, I think if I was in a hurry or like if I was like trying to push myself really hard to level quickly, I probably would be annoying doing quests you've done 1,000 times already before. But I don't play the game that way. I play the game more just like as a way to relax. So for me, it's just I'm just chilling. I'm just relaxing. I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy it. Even though I've done these quests so many times, I enjoy it. I enjoy the feeling of the character progressing. Feeling of the character getting higher in level and getting stronger and stronger. I enjoy that process. Yeah.
Ishnu Daldiel. Good luck, friends. Asha Famila.
Your quest log is full. Shit, we have got to clear this quest log. I don't think I'm going to do fishing, though. I mean, I like fishing, but I don't know. Fishing is just a time sink. So probably not going to do fishing on this character. But fishing is a great, it is a really good profession. Really good, actually. I'm actually a little bit hungry. I'm so sore from moving. I may have to go lie down and take a nap or something. I'm just so tired. I couldn't go to work today. There's no way I could focus on work. I'm just too tired. I can barely. I mean, this I can do because I've done 10,000 times before. My boss will probably see me streaming and be like, "Well, you can't come to work, but you can stream." I'm like, "Well, that's different, man." Trying to work and write code when I'm this tired as I am right now is almost impossible. But this, like I said, I've done these quests 10,000 times, so it's just like I'm on autopilot. I'm just like, okay. Plus, I'm literally auto running here. I'm not even touching the keyboard, It's like, oh man. But yeah, I am really sore. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab Green Paul. We need to do these quests. 3 quests here. Let's clear them out of the old quest log. Why do I have a personal space bubble? It just means that my Seal of Righteousness is up. This means that Seal of Righteousness is currently up. Like if I right click it off, the bubble will disappear. So it's just a reminder to me to put Righteousness up. When I get to a certain point where I'm not using that seal anymore, which probably won't ever be the case because I'm pretty much always going to be using Seal of Righteousness on this character. Just reminds me that seal's up. Just like down here, this blue here reminds me that Wisdom, Blessing of Wisdom is up. So when it disappears, sometimes sometimes seal will drop and I forget to put it back up, and this is just like a reminder to let me know if it's up or not. It's just an add-on called Power Auras. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Jontel, how's it going? It's still not as good. I still think that the hardcore mode that Cargos does is a lot more challenging. It's a lot more difficult. This hardcore mode is easier because you can group with other hardcore players as long as they're within 5 levels of you, so it makes doing content quite a bit easier. It's funny how you called it a space bubble, though. It is like my own personal space bubble. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Exor? Oh, yeah. That's true. I like how Turtle Well does that. Like, if you die, it's just, there's no appeal, there's no nothing. I think the appeal should... Yeah, I think they need to get rid of the appeal process. It's just stupid. I mean, if you die, you die. Sorry, you know. I mean, even if it's like a disconnect, it's too bad. You know, I mean, it's, you know, too bad. Start over. Just put that down as part of the difficulty of doing it, you know. Oh, yeah. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm just playing Turtle Well. I'm doing the hardcore, slow and steady exhaustion. So I can't generate any rest time, and I can't die. And I only have 0.5 XP, so I'm leveling twice as slow, basically. I actually had a Turtle Walk quest to kill that guy, so that's why we had to come back down here. Yeah, it's 0.5. It's 0.5. When people say what leveling speed is it, it's 0.5. It's not 1x, it's 0.5x. It's 0.5x is what it is. So. Called Slow and Steady. That's the achievement. Yeah, but we're still. I mean, once we get a new MMO out, like if Ashes of Creation comes out or Throne of Liberty comes out, you guys will be seeing me play those games. Like, I'll be hardcoring those games. I'll be playing those games like a lot. Like, I haven't really hardcored and blah blah hardcored an MMO, so to speak, in a long time. Like where I'm really like putting in serious hours and trying to be progress quickly. But when one of those games come out, I will definitely be putting a little bit more effort into them. All right, so we need to get back their way if we can. It's you get like a weapon that has some sort of like a cosmetic effect to it, and I think you get like a I think I don't know. You might get a tabard. Let me pull it up here in a second. So, let me go over here where I can auto run. Yes, you do. So here we go. Okay, so slow and steady, you get rewards at every level. Every 10 levels, you get these fashion coins. You get a belt pouch. At 20, you get fashion coins. You get the torch, which is kind of nice. Yeah, you get this like treasure-seeking torch, and you get a little pet. And at 30, you get more fashion coins. You get a carved ogre idol. I don't know if that's a pet or not. You get another bag. Here you get a pet. Here you get illusion murloc. You get another bag. You get a red dragon orb. Not sure what that's for. You get some more fashion coins. When you reach level 60, you do get 200 turtle tokens. You get the sword of 1,000 truths. You get a tabard. You get the tall strider mount, and you get the fashion coins. That's all for doing slow and steady. The sword of 1,000 truths. When you use it, it tells a funny joke. So I don't really know what the joke is that it tells. And that's slow and steady. Yeah, and then of course hardcore, you get other stuff for doing hardcore. You like the idea that special server location, you get better voice for this. Yeah, I mean I like PvP too, but I mean when you're doing hardcore, having PvP is gonna be very difficult to get to 60 if you're doing PvP with hardcore. The other thing I noticed is that they have a battleground called Blood Ring, so it looks like they've added a new battleground, and I don't know anything at all about that. So if I get to 60, one of the first things I want to do is try to do this Blood Ring battleground and see what that is. Sounds like kind of like a battle royale. They just throw you in a big room and say duke it out. I don't know if that's what it is or not. Is it 1v1? They also said it's Sunnyglade Valley. What's Sunnyglade Valley? Yeah, I don't know what's Sunnyglade Valley. Supposed to be like a WoW Dota map, but it's more like those red photos. Okay, interesting, weird. Yeah, so there's a lot, and they're working on a raid, right, Jacob? I know they were supposed to be working on a raid. I don't think that's ready yet, but we'll see how that works out. I don't know. I haven't done any of the custom dungeons, so curious. I've heard they're very difficult, though. What I heard anyway. I mean, I always feel like Turtle Wow does a really good job with stuff, but they're not Blizzard. You know, they're not putting out stuff that has that level of polish. I don't know how well they are at patching and fixing bugs and stuff. I think they're pretty good at it, aren't they, Jacob? Like when they have issues, but there are stuff. I mean, I don't know, like because like for example, like my Judgment of Crusader is broken. Like it doesn't show the debuffs. So the debuffs for Judgment Crusader and also Crusader Strike, which used to work when they first put Crusader Strike out for Paladin. It actually worked. I saw the debuff. Same thing with, Seal of Crusader always worked. When you judge Crusader, you see the debuff, but neither of them are showing. I've heard that they still work, like the effect is still there and working, you just don't see it. But it's kind of odd not seeing, the debuff on the target, so that's weird. Hey, bring us up. There's custom spells, like, additional spells in the game, yeah. They have custom talents and everything.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, it makes you wonder though, why has it been a bug for so long? How hard is it to fix, To me, because I'm a programmer myself, I'm a software developer, so to me, like, putting out a good product means that you would rather see a product error-free and bug-free than a product that has a bunch of features and yet there's still a lot of bugs. I'd rather see something that's bug-free and solid than has a bunch of cool features but there's a bunch of bugs. You know what I mean? I've heard that too. I heard the triage quest breaks all the time. Yeah, I heard that. God. Well, here's the thing. I mean, okay, I'm a software developer, right? So you have to have source control, right? They have to have source control. So if you break something, you should be able to just revert back to the previous version of the code, just like that. It should be easy. So that's the one thing with Turtle Wow that makes me a little concerned. It's like, why? I've always been said very good things about Turtle Wow, but I don't like to see bugs. I really don't. And the fact that they can't fix bugs that they've created makes me concerned. It's like, as a software developer, if you are changing code and the changes you make cause issues, it should be very, very simple to pull those changes back out and put the code back the way it was. And so the fact that they tried to do something and broke something and didn't revert it back is really troubling. You know what I mean? Oh my god. Yeah, well, it is. You get what you pay. You get what you pay for, and we're not paying for anything. You know what I mean? You get what you pay for. And this is free, so you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know Wall was talking about if you go to Wallcraft, if you go to Wall's Patreon, he's claiming that if you support him through Patreon, he's going to be giving a monthly V Mangos and dev tutorial classes on how to modify the World of Warcraft, the V Mangos core for WoW, so that you can actually start learning how to modify your own WoW client. Which would be interesting. I mean, I would like to learn how to do that, but I don't know. Some sweet percentage on Griffins. Yeah, I got you. You mean you're super fast while in the water with the Griffin, or you like use a potion that increases swim speed while you're on the Griffin and it makes the Griffin faster? That could be two different things, right? I mean, at the end of the day, this is a private server where they're putting custom content in. It's difficult to be too critical of them, but to me, there should not be any way that if you make changes, you should be able to easily pull those changes out. That's how the VMangos, that's how these code things work. You're compiling and building the code. You make changes, you have to compile it, and push the patch out. You got to push the patch out to the server. So to revert back, you got to pull those changes out. You got to compile it. You got to push the new patch out, which is going to pull that shit out. And that's my understanding of how it would work. So it doesn't make sense to me that they would break something and not fix it. So. Oh, so make your Griffin slay, you're swimming, and since you're swimming... Oh, that makes sense, Anderson. Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny. Yeah. But again, I don't want to bash Turtle WoW too much because I think they've done a good job. I mean, there's a lot of really good custom stuff that works just fine. And all the regular vanilla quests, most of the ones I've run into seem to work just fine. I've never run into... personally, playing Turtle WoW, I've never run into too many things that are bugged. I haven't seen too many bugs. Everything works pretty well. Yeah, it's just like nitpicking. But the triage one's kind of annoying because that's a barrier to, to getting your first aid maxed out. So that's a real issue. That triage one's a real issue. Especially, it really is an issue, especially for classes like rogues and stuff who want to try to solo content and they might need to be able to bandage. That's really important for rogues to be able to bandage. For PvP, for dueling, for soloing content, you need that.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No, actually I don't know those because I don't play Horde that much. I mean, the only shrinking things I know of it really is the, Noggin Fogger, Elixir, whatever. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with bombs that Taurens and Gnomes have access to. I guess Gnomes aren't really Horde. Is that like a custom Turtle WoW thing, or are you saying that's a regular vanilla thing? Because I'm not familiar with that, no. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. So it is a custom Turtle WoW thing then. Seems like they're trying to. That seems like a bad thing. Yeah, the bombs, are they a regular vanilla WoW thing, or is that something Turtle WoW created? Because I don't remember those. They give no buff, they just make you smaller, huh? That's what I thought. I thought it had to be a Turtle WoW thing, because it seems unnecessary. So to me, what you're saying, so gnomes have a smaller size, so they have less aggro range. So you're saying that gnomes could go through dungeons and skip certain mobs, and Tauren couldn't, and so they actually made something to try to offset that? Alex Turtle definitely has more than 1K. It has 1,296 people online right now. But I mean, it seems stupid to me, Jacob, that they would do that. That's just a class thing. That's just a class thing. If your class can't bypass mob pulls in a dungeon because you're too big, well, then go play an alliance and roll a gnome. You know what I mean? Oh, if you see 1K more, okay, I gotcha. That's my thing. I disagree with Turtle while adding those bombs in, because to me that's called class identity, right? Like how night elves have better night vision, or how humans have better perception. I mean, it's just class identity. If you're gonna cry and bitch that one class could do something, that one race can do something better, it's called race identity. Sorry, not class identity. If you're gonna do something if you're gonna bitch that one race can do something better than you, well then just go play that race. No one's preventing you from going and playing that race. Don't put a mechanic in the game that takes away one of the benefits of the other races. So Turtle WoW adding those in the game is stupid, and I 100% disagree with them doing it. I think it's wrong, actually, and I think it's dumb, and I think it also shows a lack of understanding on their part of the concept of class and race identity, right? You want okay, like a rogue being able to rogue being able to unlock the UBRS door is a really big thing in vanilla, right? But then later on down the road, they added things in the game that made it easier for other classes to do it, or actually not even so much that, they took away the need for people to. They took away the lock entirely at one point, and anybody could just go in. Well, that again takes away from the benefit of having a rogue in your group, or the benefit of having an engineer. You could use a large C4 charge maybe to blow the door up. Those are why those mechanics exist. I have not seen a huge gnome, no, and I hope I don't ever see a huge gnome. I don't like gnomes. I hate gnomes. I hope I don't ever see a huge one. I don't even like the little ones. Okay, what is this? Decisive blow. Oh, that's Moon Priestess.
Goddess bless you.
It says this is complete, but for some reason, it's not letting me turn it in, and I think I know why. I think... Well, actually, no, I don't know why. I don't know why. Oh, no, it says Agos 7 of 1. I don't know why this isn't letting me turn it in. So that's weird. Nah, no worries, Jacob. Are you where are you raiding at? Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with those bombs being added to the game. I don't. Oh, my knee hurts now, son of a bitch. Oh. Next. But I mean, in Turtle WoW, or are you doing it in Turtle WoW, or are you doing it in Wrath of Lich King, or there's so many damn versions. I hate that there's so many versions of World of Warcraft. I really do. I wish we just had like, you know, I wish we just had like Turtle WoW. That's cool. I've never done it. Obviously, I've never done any raids on Turtle WoW. You'll have to help me, Jacob, get into a guild so I can do some raids. Do you have, hey Jacob, do you have any protection paladins tanking in raids in Nax, or are they still considered like not good tanks, even with the change? I would imagine with the changes they would be good, but I don't know because I've never raided. No, you don't have any. Yeah, usually trash. That's pretty much what they've always been like good for. That's kind of sad, isn't it? I'm gonna change all of that. I'm gonna change all of that. We're gonna make this paladin invincible. Yeah, the threat's a problem without the consistent taunt, probably. Well, we need spell power. I mean, I'm gonna need some spell power gear. I'm hoping that if I kill a Gaul again, maybe it'll update and let me turn this quest in, but I don't know. Yeah, see, it says Slain, so I think maybe it was just bugged. Well, they have taunt if you talent spec into Seal of Justice, improve Seal of Justice, but it's still kind of like, you know what I mean? It's not like a consistent taunt you can rely on, like a warrior taunt. You know what I mean? I guess it kind of is. I mean, what's the cooldown of Judgment's only like? I guess it is because cooldown of Judgment's pretty short. But yeah. They're better, but not good, but better. So they're still not good enough, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna change it all, man. I'm gonna make a paladin that can tank, and you guys are gonna, and everybody's gonna be like, you know what? Maybe paladins can tank. Yeah, that's all it was. Who is this? I gotta answer this call, guys.
What brings you here? A shot for life.
Sorry about that. That was the apartment complex I just moved into. That was Alicia. She was just following up to make sure our move in went good and all that fun stuff. So, you quit relaxing because you missed you missed your janky seals. Well, Protection Paladin's my favorite class in Vanilla WoW, and it's kind of funny that it is because it's considered. A lot of people consider it to be, not very good. It's not considered to be like a great class in Vanilla WoW, but it's my favorite. I just like how. I mean, they. Thanks, Jacob. I mean, they mitigate damage really well, and I don't. They're really good at AOE farming. They have high survivability, but I haven't raided on a Protection Paladin in Vanilla ever, like ever. I've never raided as a tank in Vanilla. Period. Like when I played WoW back in 2004 when it first came out. I was actually in beta. I played the beta on Doomhammer. So Doomhammer was one of the first beta servers for World of Warcraft. And I beta tested World of Warcraft back in 2004 on Doomhammer. And the classes I played all the way through Vanilla that I did raid on was a Priest and a Hunter. I raided on Priest and Hunter. I don't know if he wants Might or Wisdom. I have no idea. Anyways, yeah. So I'm very familiar with Priest and Hunter in Vanilla, but I'd never even played a Paladin. Like when I originally played WoW in 2004. I think I played a Paladin once, like level 20, and I was like, whatever. And I didn't really like it. It felt like you have no melee attacks. You're basically judging and auto attacking like all the way to like to 60 almost. But then what I learned was, and there's actually a guide that I followed. That was on Nostalrius. It was actually on Nostalrius. I found this guide, and I should still have it. If I go to my other Discord server, Knights of Faith, because I used to run a guild called Knights of Faith on, I don't even know what server it was on, but if you go to this Discord that I have for Knights of Faith, I have a guides channel right here, where I saved some guys, and one of the guys that I saved was... Here's a Vanilla Priest guide. Nah, not the best Vanilla Priest. Actually, now that I've learned more about Vanilla Priest, it was a decent, but it wasn't like the best guide. It was okay. So this guide was posted on... Actually, it wasn't Nostalrius. It was on Vanilla Gaming. Posted by Ascalon. And in this guide, it's a really cool guide for Protection Paladins in Vanilla. This guide will cover optimal AoE off-tanking strategies, gear, and limitations as Protection Paladin in Vanilla WoW. Note, almost every single image or color... Okay, forget that. Intro. To start off, to get us on the right foot, the most important things you should know before going Protection Paladin are the following. Vanilla Prot Paladins will never be able to suitably fill the role of Prot main tank warrior. There are too few abilities and talents for Protection Paladins that can substitute for warriors' shield wall, defensive stance, and other powerful tanking abilities. With enough thrust, even a pig can fly fine. Similarly, with enough heals, even a Paladin Warlock Mage can tank, although you'll probably be making your healers sweat and curse your name under their breath, since a warrior tank could easily do the job better than you. So, basically he's saying, you can tank as a Paladin, but you're not going to be anywhere near as good as a warrior. But he goes through some different builds. This is typically the build that I use if I'm tanking. This is almost identical to the build that I use. He even drops Judgment, which I can understand why, because Judgment really isn't... you don't have a taunt. Really, your threat has nothing to do with Judgment too much. I mean, Judgment is going to give you a little bit of threat if you're trying to pull a target and do a taunt, but most of your threat is coming from Consecration. It's coming from spell damage. So, and of course, don't waste your time with... I see a lot of like newbie Protection Paladins waste their time trying to put Divine Strength. Yeah, that's a waste of time. Your biggest enemy as a Protection Paladin is mana. You're constantly going to be mana starved, and so you've got to augment that with all kinds of potions and types of buffs that you can get. Gearing, he goes through all the different types of pre-raid gear. Most of these are pretty decent. Most of these are pretty accurate. I think actually almost all of these are pretty much accurate. The Sage Blade, any main-handed weapon will do as long as there's a decent amount of stamina or defense. But here he says the spell damage is useful for getting threat. So Sage Blade is good. And of course, the best offhand... what do you think he thinks the best offhand shield is? Force Reactive Disc, Force Reactive Disc, Force Reactive Disc. Did I mention Force Reactive Disc? So basically, Force Reactive Disc is what he considers the best AoE tanking shield. And then it goes through, but it's a pretty decent guide. You know, he talks about the gear and just some of the stats. But this is like the first guide I found that I really liked, and it actually, to me, that's a really good starting point if you want a protection paladin in vanilla WoW. That's a really good guide. But yeah, so I need a force reactive disc, Jacob. But that's always the question: is like, should you go engineering? I mean, you have to get the recipe, or should you just buy it off the auction house? I think you're better off just going with something else and trying to buy those discs from somebody. Yeah, one or two of those, yeah. You got to go engineering? Okay, well, all right, maybe I'll go engineering. Right now I have skinning and mining, so... The only problem if going to engineering, there's only one problem I see with that, Jacob, is that I like shield spikes for AoE, and I like shield spikes, and I can't even put I can't make a shield spike without blacksmithing, and I can't attach it to my shield without being blacksmithing, so that's what sucks. Yeah, I'm hardcore slow and steady, so... Well, yeah, a lot of people would say engineering is going to... I think engineering is the best way to survive hardcore because of target dummies. You know what I mean? To me, target dummies are trump alchemy. I firmly believe that. I leveled a warrior hardcore to 60, and I never would have made it without target dummies. They saved my life at least 2 or 3 times. I mean, urban alchemy is fine because you get lots of potions, but man, once your potions are on cooldown, what are you gonna do? They give you buffs and stuff, but the target dummy can pull 2-3 mobs right off you, and that can just save your life. And if you're in a situation where you're fighting level 40 mobs and you're level 40 and all of a sudden you get 3 on you, yeah, I don't care how many potions you got, you're in big trouble as a warrior. You know? You couldn't do hardcore your P Brain quest. Do I have a quest over here? Nah. These 2 quests always annoy me. Who is Terry Paladin? Actually, you know what we need to do? No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, you can. I mean, basically the rule of hardcore that people will tell you if you're doing not hardcore on Turtle, but hardcore on like a regular WoW server is basically, do green quests, do green level quests, because if you're doing like orange or or red, you're gonna be doing mobs that are your level or higher, and it can be tough. But... Yeah. I don't know if does Seal of Light Judgments double proc? Meaning, can I get 2 heals off of the white damage swing plus the Seal of Righteousness tick damage? Do you guys know on this server? I won't know until I get Seal of Light, which we get level 30. So we'll test it out as soon as we get it. But that's huge. That's one thing that typically works on private vanilla servers. If that doesn't work here, that will almost single-handedly kill my love for the Paladin. I mean, it's such a big thing. Like, so if you have Seal of Light up and you judge a target, anytime you hit that target, right, you're gonna have a chance to heal yourself. If you know what I mean? If you have Seal of Righteousness up and you hit a target, right, every time you hit that target, you also do an additional bit of holy damage. So the way most private servers work is that if I judge a target with Seal of Light and then I swing my weapon and hit them, my weapon hitting them has a chance to proc a light, the Seal of Light, and heal me. But then the holy tick damage of the Seal of Righteousness buff will hit the target and do that little bit of holy damage. And that holy damage also has a chance to proc the effect of the judged Seal of Light, meaning that one weapon swing could in effect heal me twice. Now that's the way it works on most private vanilla servers. That's not the way it worked in Classic WoW, which really pissed me off because I didn't know if that was normal mechanics the way it worked back in 2004 with the original vanilla game. I don't know. Does it work? Okay, because that's huge. And it didn't work that way in Classic WoW when Blizzard came out with Classic WoW. And that really pissed me off because that's a big deal. I mean, that's a ton of healing that we lost when Classic came out. And I wasn't expecting that because to me, it makes sense that the Righteous Tick damage would proc the heal because it's damage. I think if you read the Seal of Light, it says any damage to the target has a chance to heal you. Well, the Righteous, extra damage is still damage, right? I think they got it wrong. I could be wrong, but I think they got it wrong. And I wish I knew if back in 2004 how it worked. You know what I mean? So. Well, I always have Reckoning as well. Anyways, let's grab these quests. Anyways, but it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And if it doesn't work on this server, that'll be a big bummer, like a huge bummer. It works that way on Northdale. It worked that way on Light's Hope. I'm assuming it worked that way. I'm assuming it worked that way on Astarias, but I never played on Astarias. I played on Elysium, Northdale, Light's Hope, Kronos, and it worked that way on all those servers. I missed my jump. I'm gonna have to walk the dog pretty soon. It'll be my first time walking the dog at this new complex. You guys haven't seen... Here, hold on a second. I'm gonna go walk to my balcony. Well, here, now I probably have a picture of it. Hold on a second. Close this window. Like, here's the view. Here's the view from my balcony. So when I walk the dog, like, they have like a fire pit here. I just walk my dog out here and there's like, basically there's grass that goes all the way along my complex, like huge expanse of grass. It's really nice, actually. And here I'm sitting down by the water. I'm just sitting in a chair right by the water. We have got some kayaks, and we can just take our kayaks and just go jump in the water right here and just go kayaking out by the... This is basically old Tampa Bay. This is me breaking apart the old office. And this is the new office. This is what my setup looks like now. Yeah. Yeah, we got the dual 31.5-inch monitors. Yeah, I love the new office. It doesn't have carpet, which the old place had carpet, which I hate carpet. So, yeah. You live in a crack shack? Do you crack? Are you being facetious? Oh man, my legs hurt. Oh god. I'm in such pain. Oh my god. All right. You found 2 heroin needles. Oh my god. Oh man, where I live is not cheap, dude. It's so expensive. Like the rent, like the rent in the area I live in has gone up like since COVID. Because COVID just caused everybody to want to apparently move to Florida for some reason. The rent in my area has gone up like literally like six to $800. I'm not even joking. Like places that were renting for like $2,000 a couple years ago, or now we're going for like 600. 600 like so they're going for like 600 more, so 2,600 a month. It's ridiculous, man. My last apartment was I was paying 2,340 a month. I moved into this place and we have another pet, so we have two pets. We have like, well, we have two pets, and so this place charges you $40, $40 per pet a month. So just having two pets raised my monthly rent $80, which I think is kind of ridiculous. I mean, I think that's a total ripoff. So my new place is running me about just a little bit more than my old place. It's like $24.30. It's like $80 more, which is really just the pet. Really, the difference is the pets. Like without the pet fee, my rent would be almost identical. But this place is way better than the last place I lived. I mean, it's a lot nicer. 165 a week.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
So that's 600 and what is that? 660 a month? Yeah, 15, 30, yeah, 660 a month. $660 a month. Yeah, that's dirt cheap. That is dirt cheap.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I hate these bears. I don't even know why I'm killing this bear. I don't even need to kill him. I just need to kill those striders. Hey, my loco. What's up, man? How's it going? Argentina or Croatia? What? What are you talking about, man? Oh, the World Cup, dude. I'm an American, man. I don't watch no soccer. Argentina, Croatia. I mean, Argentina is traditionally probably better, right? But if I had to pick who I want to win, I probably would rather have Croatia win. What's my favorite coffee? I drink Vita Cup. This is my favorite coffee right here. This Vita Cup Focus Coffee. It's got lion's mane mushroom, chaga mushrooms, and extra vitamins in it. This stuff like energizes me, and it makes me focus like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, this is my favorite coffee, and it tastes good. But yeah, Vita Cup Focus Coffee is my favorite. It's just fun with open bet. Yeah, if you're betting on it. Yeah, I'm going to say Croatia. Not because I think they're going to win, because I really have no idea which team's supposed to be better, but because I want them to win. I'm sure Argentina's won more soccer, probably won more World Cups than Croatia ever has. Got to root for the underdog. Gotcha. Yeah, sounds like they did. Oh. Ooh. Precision. Give me the precision. You mind the crouch early? It's close to work, and I watch the junkies fight outside when I'm bored. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You were breeding dot, man. You never worked, Maloko, man, dude. Send me some money. Just like, man, I'm broke after this. The move cost me. This freaking move cost me like $1,300. Then I had to pay rent at the old place for like a week because they kind of rolled. They kind of like overlapped. So I ended up paying rent in 2 apartments for like the same week, which kind of sucks. But I am going to take a break, guys. I've got to walk the dog. I've got to get something to eat. I'm probably going to take a nap. My back's killing me. My leg's killing me. I'm a walking sore at this point. Everything hurts. You got promoted to the boss of your shift at work. Nice. And tell your coworkers not to drug deal in front of you. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's hard for me to even sit at the computer. My body's hurting so bad, but I'm gonna take a break. I'll try to come back later, but I'm gonna get something to eat, maybe watch TV or something from bed, take it easy. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys there, man. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out.